Meanwhile, these are the few reactions coming in from the American voters ahead of the debate. Take a look.
And it's split 50-50. This debate is really tight, and they're both very strong candidates.
I think Kamala should be genuine in the way she responded.
One of the biggest things I'll just be looking to hear from her is what, just sort of like what she's going to do about what's going on in Gaza.
Trump is Trump, so I like him because he's very outspoken, so we know what to expect from Trump.
That's what we're talking about for a debate, entertainment. That's where we are as a country, in my opinion.
She didn't mention inflation.
All right, for more on this, we have our correspondent Susan Tehrani joining us. Susan, thank you so much. Big night for the U.S. presidential candidates and, of course, for America. What are you expecting from this debate?
Yeah, I was listening to our experts, and I think we're all hoping to see what Kamala Harris stands for. Now, while a lot has been made about how Donald Trump will react on that stage, it's almost like we know because we've seen him not only on similar stages, but he's constantly been giving interviews, one after the other, town halls as well. With Kamala Harris, she is presenting herself as the candidate for change. That's very difficult and challenging for an incumbent vice president who also wants to respect the commander-in-chief, President Biden, on the one hand, but also wants to present to the United States that she can bring something else to the table, notably when it comes to the economy, which is still the #1 concern for the American voter. So we have to bear in mind that while we've been talking about this for months, this is just about 72 days after that debate with former President Donald Trump and Joe Biden. And a lot of Americans will be tuning in for the first time, seeing these two candidates. And I think it's very interesting to note that this is the first time that Donald Trump and Kamala Harris are meeting themselves, not only on stage, but generally. And they've never spoken to each other. So there is a lot to anticipate and a lot to look forward to.
Absolutely, Susan. That's rightly you pointed out. It's the first time both the candidates are actually meeting. And for more on this, we are also being joined by John Ports. He's a professor of political science at Northeastern University. Thank you so much for joining us. Now, let me begin by asking you the same question. Big night, and one is a seasonal prosecutor, and we can say the other is a seasonal debater. If not, what are you expecting?
I think, as people have said, I think it's particularly important for Kamala Harris because, a recent poll, there were 28% of respondents who said they needed to learn more about her. So she's a bit of an unknown to a significant number of people, particularly independents, and that's who she needs to be speaking to. But I think one of the earlier comments also, I think, is very much on track that for her to be genuine, to kind of be positive, not get drawn into name calling and things of that nature, which Trump tends to do, to kind of be presidential, if you will. But at the same time, she's also going to have to present some of her policy positions. And I'm sure in the course of the debate, she'll have specific questions about what are you going to do about inflation, what are you going to do about abortion, immigration, et cetera. So she'll need to address those.
Right. We talked about Kamala Harris. Let's talk about Trump as well. Now, he had an upper hand when debating with Joe Biden. Where does he stand with Kamala Harris?
Well, Kamala Harris is going to be the debate with Joe Biden before was very unfortunate. And Biden was not very responsive and did not push Donald Trump at all. I think Kamala Harris will. She'll become a much stronger personality on the stage than Joe Biden was at that last time. So I think his goal, I think, will be to try to continue to tie her to the Biden administration. And she's got that challenge of trying to distance herself from it while still being vice president in that administration. So she needs to draw some differences appropriately, but also stay within the administration. I think he's going to try to say, you're part of the problem. We need change. And you're not the change agent.
Right. And this is extremely important because both the candidates, they're like at a 3 percentage point margin. They almost are, you know, at almost the same level. How do you think Kamala Harris can probably pull herself apart from Trump?
From Trump? Well, I think she's doing it now already. She's, you know, had quite a bit of momentum going, and she's been in the last 3 to 4 weeks. She's really targeting younger voters, black voters, female voters. Those are very strong parts of the Democratic coalition that Biden was starting to lose, and I think she's picking that up. And I think if a good strong showing tonight will help her continue down that path, so she can look at trying to capture, you know, North Carolina, which Biden didn't capture last time, for example.